What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the greatest, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself is brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going void, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. She's actually in a very lovely place, Cancer. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dealt, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mercury Day. This is a great day for Mercury rules over Wednesdays, Cancer. And this is a great day for doing any sort of like studying, Cancer. If you have a lot of paperwork that you need to get done, anything that requires you to really tap into the mind, maybe or where you need to process information really fast there, Cancer. Or maybe this could be a great time just to pick up a book there, Cancer. Kind of get lost in that realm there, or could even be a great time, Cancer, for exchanging of information as well, getting into any sort of like maybe hanging out with some friends, possibly maybe scheduling a call with someone. This is Mercury's a tricky one though, so there may be some, just be mindful of that, Cancer. If the energies don't feel right, I wouldn't say don't force it, but also, Cancer, we're going to take it maybe we'll take it easy today, Cancer. This may be more so you enjoying a lunch with someone, because we have the wax and crescent phase that's happening in the sign of, actually, before we get into that, Cancer, this is a perfect energy that's what this is happening with, because the moon is going void of course. I'm getting ahead of myself, Cancer. And with the void of course energy, this is going to be happening at about 2:20 a.m., and that'll be Eastern time. And then she'll be moving from Aries into Taurus at about 7:02 a.m. Cancer. So we're looking at about a 4-hour, 42-minute void of course time there. And with this wax and crest, with the void of course energy, I don't know why I don't want to talk about this, Cancer. Thank you, guys. This is a time to recharge your energies there, Cancer. This happens when the moon forms her last major aspect with a planet, and then there's no more energy that she has. So this could be even when you're starting up things there, Cancer. Starting up stuff during a void, of course, can be a tricky energy as well. Can seem a little bit harder because there is no energy there, and especially if you're a Cancer sun or rising, the moon is your chart ruler, and you're very affected by where the moon's at. So paying attention to all these little things that I know she does a lot, but paying attention to these signs and working with these energies as you can there, Cancer, can be really beneficial. But also too, this is a time to just kind of recharge our energies, our batteries, seeing what emotions we may have taken on from around us, Cancer, because we're very powerful empaths. And the deeper that you meet yourself, Cancer, the deeper you can meet others. So make sure to protect your energies. Doing some sound healing, possibly exercising healthy boundaries, especially with Saturn being in Pisces. That's, I feel like, very important for the water signs and for everybody. But also to Cancer, maybe doing some sage, working with some herbs, things along those lines, just maybe even doing some crystal work there, Cancer. I usually have like some shungite with me, or some tourmaline, something to kind of ward away all these energies and stimuli, because we do feel stuff at a very nuanced type of level there, Cancer. No other sign feels like we do. So just keep that in mind, that it gets absorbed into that safe space. So, and then our imaginations run wild. You got to be mindful of that. And also too, like I was saying, that people may be less likely to make decisions during this period of time, Cancer. And usually, or not usually, but sometimes the plans that you do start up may be subject to unexpected changes. So be flexible. The moon asks us to be adaptable, especially during the void of course energy. But this is now, let's get to this energy because I'm so excited to talk about it. You have the waxing crescent phase that's happening in Taurus. And the reason this is so nice there, Cancer, is because the moon, after our sign, she's exalted in Taurus. So she performs very well in that sign. And we do share some things in common with Taurus as far as like that need. Taurus is that energy of inner peace. You know, they're a very sensorial sign, being ruled by the lovely Empress. And I feel that this is kind of taking the slower type of approach to life there, Cancer. I feel like with this Taurus energy, or with this moon being in Taurus, as you're building yourself up, you can get so excited about things. And I feel like there's this energy of just being grounded here, especially where Venus is at. She's still in Capricorn, depending on when you're watching this, and she's the dispositor of where the moon's at. So with her being so far along in our opposite sign, of Capricorn, I do feel there is, again, a patience that's coming with what we're building, making sure that what it is that we're building and that we're working on, does it truly reflect your values there, Cancer? Because that's a big one with Taurus, is self-worth. And just seeing how we're building, what we're building our foundation on, and does that feel right to you? Because you are in a very extra, I feel, receptive energy with whenever Venus is involved with Taurus, because we feel on an emotional level, I feel like the way that Taurus feels on a physical level. So all that energy kind of combining there, this is a time to really kind of cozy up there, Cancer. And if you don't have the luxury, taking the time off, which, I get that not all of us do, and we got to get back out there and get the grind going, Cancer. I do feel like it's just taking these extra precautions, making sure that we're how do we find inner peace in the build-up of life while we're trying to stick to our routine, stay confident with the constant assault of stimuli and opinions and whatever is going on around you there, Cancer. So, and I feel like too, just I'm just thinking about Venus with this Capricorn energy, kind of coupled with Taurus. They'll for sure have a conversation before Venus moves out of Capricorn. And I just feel that there is this chance here, Cancer, again, to really just kind of double check with where you're aligning with your goals, and if we're needing to make some shifts, just kind of reflect on this stuff. And if we need to make some shifts, make sure that we're doing the things we're doing are just, again, for us and not anybody else, and that we're in anything else as well there, Cancer. Like we're not. And again, I get that materials and money and stuff is always a bonus there, Cancer, but we can't take any of that stuff with us. The things that we can take are our values, the lessons that we've integrated into this being. So I think that, Cancer, little something to ponder over this void of course there, but for like a little bit, but or just during this energy. But last few things there, Cancer. Oh, and one nice thing to find out, Cancer, if you're curious how this energy is translating in your chart there, maybe you happen to have a moon in Taurus, this could be where you can book a reading with me, Cancer. I do all types of readings, from transits to seeing where the planets are, where they're traversing in your houses, by your signs, if they're forming any sort of aspects with your personal placement. It'll be definitely more than just like, oh, your sun sign. The forecast is emotional, Cancer. It's like, duh. But I also do where we just kind of look, and this depends too, Cancer. The accuracy of that depends on if you have your date of birth, place of birth, and your time of birth. The time of birth will be a big one for where the planets are transiting, but we can work with some things there, Cancer. We can be flexible, get you in touch more intuitively if we need to. But also do where we can work with your just your natal chart, understanding how the energies are maybe wanting to be expressed, how you've been operating in them, what's been working, what's maybe not been working, what are some questions that come up, what are some, just some things. Again, tarot and astrology doesn't run your life. It just gives you some questions to ask on this journey. Give you a time to check in with yourself, see how you in the flow of the energies that the soul has chosen there, Cancer. And also just do tarot card readings as well there, Cancer. So if that's something that you are curious about, definitely check that down in the description box below. It's definitely, because we're a very subjective sign there, Cancer. We're not just emotional. We meet ourselves at a very deep level and operate from a place of feelings. And when I was telling someone, a Taurus actually, or someone with their sun sign in Taurus, I was telling her that I do tarot and astrology. She's just like, how come every Cancer I know is just so intrigued with what's going on within everybody? And it's just like, because it's fascinating. It's so interesting to see those reactions. So that's what really has helped me learn a lot about myself there, Cancer, where I have been operating a lot in my Cancer energy when I thought it was maybe something, would have placed it as something else. Or, growing up, it was a mix there. I was in my Cancer and kind of moon energy, and like the Leo was like this persona that I created with the Cancer energy that could just kind of turn it on, be that extrovert when I needed to be. So you just learn a lot about this stuff, these defense mechanisms that you put up, and just kind of rewire some things there, Cancer. But then these readings that I do, and that's all I got for that there, Cancer. But then these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I enjoy watching their, Cancer. Check them out. They're a fantastic group. There's one, Jamie. She's actually really working very well with the energies, working with this Aquarian energy that's going on there. Started up a book club not too long ago. I find that fantastic. And actually, I'm going to share I'll share that video with you there, Cancer, if there's something that you're interested in. She also has a Cancerian channel. So Cancers we're rising up. I feel like there's this, people are going to start looking at the Cancerian energy a little bit differently there. There's this growth here. We're tuning in there, Cancer. I love it. And also there's a link for an astrologer that I like watching there, Cancer. Link for a couple of podcasts that I've been checking out. And then there's a third one I want to include in there as well. And then there is a link, you might actually really enjoy that one there, Cancer. It's called Witch. That one's really fascinating. I got the recommendation from another podcast I was listening to. She's a Taurus. And then there's a link for a couple apps that I like working with as well there, Cancer. So definitely check that out. There's just a bunch of goodies down there for you. A lot of hopefully useful information for you. But let's get into your general energy of the day here, Cancer. And I love it. Oh, this is very, very, I like this, Cancer. So you have the Healing Lagoon card here. And this is a card of rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. And I feel that's a really big one there, Cancer, that it's safe to stop, because I feel a lot of the times our environment has just been so geared towards just go, go, go all the time. And I feel like that's not something that Taurus does. Like, you really can't rush Taurian energy. It's one they're going to move as they intuitively make sense, because what's the rush? There's so much to take in, to be enjoying. I feel that if we give ourselves the permission to stop and to have these days, where these guilt-free days, to not feel like you have to do anything, and if you don't, that you're lazy or whatever that is. No, take some time to be with yourself. Find the security within you, Cancer, because that's what Taurus is about. It can be challenging to find security outside of yourself, but it's really difficult sometimes, I feel, especially where the times are at, to find that inner security. So take some time, again, with all this stimulation that's going on around us, Cancer, from our cell phones to the conversations that we're having, to the noises outside, to the smells around, to the it's really just like overload. And especially in this sort of, when we're in this like Taurus energy, when we're in Gemini energy, I'd say even when we're in like Virgo, Scorpio energy, pay attention to Libra, pay attention to these, like how your energies when there are times when you're feeling great, and there are those times where you're like, nah, this isn't working. Because technically, where the moon's at, this is from a lot of squares with all my Leo placements. But it is. I do feel like Cancer. This is not a time I feel like to, when you find yourself just at your limit, allow yourself to stop. Your dreams and things will be there. They're not going anywhere because you decided to take a day off to slow it down a little bit. I feel like that's a really kind of big thing too that's been just kind of put down on society, that we always have to push. Even just thinking with Venus being in Capricorn. I was listening to, I remember this podcast, and we were talking about this energy. Actually, the Libra and the Scorpio were talking about this, and they were mentioning how I got both points. It was like this energy of like, what does pushing look like? The Sun and the Scorpio had this idea of that. Like, you got to really push, like you can push past your limits. That's how the growth happens. And it's like, absolutely. But then the Libra had said that there's this time where we have to understand our own limitations. And that's where I feel like that's the big one, where yes, we can push past our limitations, but we also need to know when this is not the time. Like this is, you really be in tune, Taurus energy, with the body. This is a time for you to get a little bit more objective, Cancer, and see how your internal world is kind of translating outward. Really tune into your senses there, Cancer, and doing just some self-care stuff. Absolutely. This could be a time to get in touch with some nature there, Cancer. Go get a plant. Go nurture something. But nurture yourself there, Cancer. Go, maybe if we have any sort of familiars or anything, go play with them, whatever that is. But alright, Cancer. Thank you guys. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting. Alright, Cancer. So you have the Ace of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And then you have the Six of Cups and then the Temperance card here, Cancer. I feel with this Four of Pentacles, there is that, I feel there's this energy of feeling ungrounded. I do feel like, Cancer, if you, weather permitting, you may be rainy, maybe muddy, but actually who cares? You can clean your feet later. But I feel this is a time, if you find yourself feeling really stressed, feeling really just overstimulated, leave your phone where it's at, disconnect for a second, get outside, even if you're in the city, maybe go to a park, whatever that's looking like, look around, maybe before we're stepping anywhere, Cancer. But I do feel this is a time to develop these tools of these like coping skills and things to get this inner peace there, Cancer, because I feel this Four of Pentacles too, we're so inclined to look outside of ourselves for comfort, whether this be through, not that stuff doesn't serve its purpose, but it's just like when that stuff is gone, that stuff is fleeting, but the soul is forever there, Cancer. How do we soothe this thing within? And I feel like there's a need to slow down, like with the Knight of Swords. He's fast. He's always looking towards the future. It's Aquarius energy. And this is interesting because Venus is getting ready to move to Aquarius here soon, and it may feel like that people may be moving at a different rate there, Cancer, like the whole time shift, like it's already maybe been feeling for some, like things have been moving a lot faster with all this Aquarius energy. But I do feel like it's a matter of perception. But getting back to that Four of Pentacles, I do feel like there's this being mindful, because Taurus can be a materialistic sign, can be a hedonistic one, considering wants all the pleasures and wants all the feel-good things. I feel like just be mindful of overindulgence with the Temperance card. It's fine to do stuff there, Cancer. You can fill your cup, have yourself a glass of wine there, but when we're getting out of, again, you know what overindulgence looks like there, Cancer. When things don't feel right, when it's just like, oh, this is like my impulse thing. Maybe I need to pause on that for a little bit. I'm actually thinking about doing a little little something maybe around like Pisces season to kind of cleanse the energies a little bit. But, you know, Cancer, I feel this too with the Six of Cups being here, that that's interesting. I almost feel like that's for some, there's this energy of sharing in this recovery time, like inviting some other people to do the same, allowing, you know, everyone who's, you know, there's something like, for example, my partner and I will go for a walk and we'll be just sort of going in. You know, I've kind of gotten to this place where it's like, I'm not like dragging. We don't really have anywhere to be. So I'm not like, I get to this place like I'm not rushing, especially if there's not anything that's going on. And, you know, I have a Gemini moon, so I'm taking in my surround. My moon placement's experiencing all of this stuff here, then kind of processing these things internally. But I feel like it's inviting others to kind of go at that relaxed pace too when when the moon is moving into Taurus. Pay attention to that there, Cancer, too, like how that moon really can affect you. When it was in Aries yesterday, I was feeling hot to trot and ready to, like, feeling inspired, ready to do some stuff. But now it's like this, the thought of just like kind of having like a lazy day, and granted I got like one thing to do, but like the thought of like having kind of a lazy day, kind of a treat yourself day, like absolutely. And oh, even thinking about it, it's like Valentine's Day, so this could be where we share it, not even necessarily, I feel like, in like romantic love there, Cancer. We're in Aquarius season. It's not like it's in like Leo season where we're romantic, or even like, I feel like Pisces would even be a nice one with all that spiritual understanding and things. But this could be a time just to go, again, make some memories, go share with some people, take some time to heal. And that can be, you know, hanging out with some friends there, Cancer, rejuvenating, having some stimulating conversation, whatever that's looking like, you know. But I like that, Cancer. Let's get another one on here. And that's interesting too, Cancer. I was just getting with that safe to stop and the Six of Cups there. That the Six of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio, and you know, Scorpio energy is not really one that's concerned with the past or with, thank you guys, or with the future. Everything that's happened is happening in the present, you know, what they feel like they want to do. And I bring that up to say that I feel like how we may used to think we have to operate, like being in this state of crisis all the time, like, because Scorpio energy can be, again, is that sort of realization of these darker aspects of life. But I feel like that spurs, because they're Mars ruled as well along with Pluto, but that kind of spurs in this action of living life to the fullest instead of going based off what you think, going based off of what you feel. And when you feel your energies are low in a sense, taking that time to stop, taking the time to pause and to recuperate there. But let me see what is going on here, Cancer. Interesting. All right, so you have the Hermit card, the Lovers, the Strength card, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and that's Gemini's the Lovers, Hermit's Virgo, and Leo's the Strength card. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles upright here, Cancer. And I feel like it's time for Cancer to do some self-care, to love you right now. I feel the Six of Pentacles has been where I feel like not just take time to love yourself, but pay attention to where things have been feeling a little imbalanced, where we may have been putting our values into something else, putting our energy and our strength into something that doesn't maybe resonate with us at the end of the day. Maybe a means to the end, and this could be, for example, maybe we have like a survival job to kind of get you through while you're getting something else started up there, Cancer, but I do feel that there's this energy to just taking a time to get in this Hermit energy, to take a moment and just kind of sit with yourself, because Virgo energy, I feel like this is giving me that they're associated with like the nerves and things, and Virgo's can be very analytical, and I feel like this is coming with that analyzing yourself there, Cancer, seeing how things are going, where we can and give a little bit more to yourself. I feel like, because in order to be this bottomless well of love that you are with this Eight of Cups, and have come with that healing, nurturing energy, you have to be able to do the stuff for yourself, because how can you effectively help others when you can't, it's like that. And it's not the best example, but it's I'm going to scrap that. But yeah, I feel like this is a time to just make sure that when we're feeling imbalance or something, take that time, go within there, Cancer. And I like that too. Both Gemini, the Lovers, and Virgo, the Hermit, they're both ruled by Mercury. And yeah, I feel like there's this energy of just getting out of the mind a little bit there, Cancer. And getting in the sun. Just because this is Leo's card and their ruler's the sun. But I like that, Cancer. Whatever your sun may be, just something that can uplift your spirits there, Cancer. But I dig that. Let's get some advice from the lovely Empress. Alright, Cancer. Oh, I'm just talking about you. Thank you, guys. Alright, so we got here's Cancer, look at you singing up with the energies. I'm with it. Alright, Cancer, we got a lot going on here. Alright, so you have a lot of heavy Taurus energy coming through here. Oh, actually, yeah, quite a bit. Because you have the Six and 7 of Pentacles are both Taurus's cards. Oh, and the Cancer, the 6 of Pentacles is the Moon in Taurus. So there's that. But you have the 8 of Swords, I think just 8 of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, Cancer. And then you have the 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and then the Death card, Scorpio energy. And then let's switch back over here, Cancer. And I feel with this energy here that, Cancer, I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is, again, this is Taurus energy, and I just feel like we need to take a moment and just kind of slow down, just kind of regroup and assess where we're at with the 7 of Pentacles here. Have we been really kind of investing in things that really kind of matter to you, there, Cancer, like your time, your sanity here? I feel with this 8 of Swords, and I feel that this 8 of Swords is asking you to free yourself. I feel this Death card is that there's this transformation, you taking the time to just enjoy, the abundance of life, to be in this state of peace and harmony and balance, and not really just giving yourself a break. I feel with this 9 of Pentacles, because that's working towards your Empress energy. This is Venus in Virgo, and again, there's that I feel like there's this analytical energy, or this kind of breaking something down as far as just like, what does your self-care routine look like? How do you take care of yourself? How do you bring yourself into harmony? How do you feel abundant, and feel at ease and things there, Cancer? And this Hierophant is giving me this it's like a connecting to oneself again, because the Hierophant is the bridge between the physical and the material, the physical and the spiritual realm. And I feel like that is he's the bridge, and that's this conduit, this vessel here, Cancer. And I feel like it's, because I'm getting traditional with the Hierophant, but I feel like there's this traditional way of doing this healing. It doesn't have to be through anything super extravagant. This could be just taking the time to clean up the house, get that energy back in order. Maybe things we just take some time for yourself. Do the things like, And I know that may sound like work, but Taurus is physical energy. This is working through some of this stuff. They're getting some of those like emotions, I feel, that are maybe kind of built up here and are kind of spilling over, I feel, with the Five of Cups. I feel like these cups have been just kind of tapped out there, Cancer. We need to dip into some different cups that's going on behind her here. So what I'm getting with this Five of Cups energy. So all right, Cancer, I think I'm going to leave that there. But if anything resonated with you, Cancer, or if you like that, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, because really, every Cancerian, or everyone that has that Cancerian frequency, you know, making sure to recharge your energies, recovery, all of that. I mean, the sun and the moon may not retrograde. Well, let's not talk about the sun, but the moon may not retrograde, but she does take breaks. She takes time, and she takes them every couple days. She's taking mental breaks. It's a lot going through the zodiac as often as she does, and going through seeing different sides of it too. It's not even like she's doing the same thing every month. It's always different. It's always different. Even her cycle is off right now there, Cancer, when you think about that. And I feel that, and that's fascinating, because I feel like that may even be why there's we're noticing this Cancerian frequencies kind of like tuning in a little bit, because something has been feeling off for a while. She's been off her lunar cycle, I want to say it's been like a few years now, because usually we start the new moon when we get to the new sign, but she's been having full moons when the new sign starts. It's like we're releasing something as the energy's happening, and then we're building something up. It's very topsy-turvy right now. So yeah, that's fascinating. You know, spread this work, do some introspective work, Cancer, get yourself in balance, and then let's help other Cancerians get in balance there. Let's get synced up with the moon. Subscribe there, you Hierophant. You look at you, Prof, doing that great work there, Cancer. Hit that bell button. You notify around these videos each day. And then last little bit there, Cancer. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements for your readings. We can check that together there, Cancer. Book a reading with me. I have just links in the description box down below, and also links in my bio on Instagram. So if you want to maybe understand how you heal, maybe you're kind of like me. You have Uranus in the fifth house, so maybe your thing of recreation, how you express yourself, may be a little out of the box there. But yeah, definitely check that out there, Cancer. You know, but yeah, just get to know yourself a lot better there, Cancer. If you don't learn anything else about yourself, especially if you're a Cancer sun or rising, know where your moon placement is, again, because that plays a big goal, and she's the busiest luminary in the sky. So, and all that housekeeping. Oh, and then come over to my other channel, Alchemist 8 there, Cancer. I've been doing these weekly transit videos. I don't necessarily, since I talk about the moon aspects here, because again, she moves so fast, I'd have to do a report every day. she does it. Maybe that's something I might do for you, Cancer. We'll see. Maybe like a little weekend thing. Stay tuned for that, Cancer. But yeah, check out Alchemist 8. I do those weekly transits that are called weekly downloads. I've been enjoying that. It's been nice to get into, kind of take a break from the tarot and kind of get into the astrology as well, kind of see all sides of me, Cancer. And then, yeah, I do monthly videos, Celestial News Monthly. That's always fantastic. Pisces season is going to be up here in another week or so. Probably at least another maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. So there's something to look forward to. I think Pisces season is going to be fantastic for us, Cancer. And I do yearly ones. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Cancer. Oh, so I can get you out of here. And you know, you got the Seven of Cups here, Cancer. And you know, I feel with this Seven of Cups here, that there are many ways, Cancer, for you to recharge your batteries, to recuperate. You know, it doesn't have to be where we need to take a whole day off for a spa. And it looks differently for everyone. But I do feel like it is finding those, taking the time and finding out what rejuvenates your batteries. Is it getting out in the sun? Is it going for a hike? Is it knitting? Is it maybe you're cooking, maybe you're making teas, infusing things. I'm picturing you infusing things, Cancer, making your own stuff, whatever this is looking like, being with your family, tending with them, going, whatever that's enjoyed, find that energy there, Cancer. And I feel too with that Seven of Cups, it's differentiating that between this healthy recovery time and just like, and again, there's nothing wrong with it, but like you just like spending like maybe hours on, and again, no judgment, but we're talking temperance. Maybe limit the time for like maybe social media possibly, because that's a lot of stimulation there, Cancer. Again, finding a healthy balance, or if we do the wine every day, maybe we try some tea, maybe we knock out some of those teas just this evening, or just finding where and adjusting, what we consider downtime and how our downtime is really making you feel, Cancer, because again, you're very receptive with this moon in Taurus, us just being your Cancerian energy, so something to think about. But let me get your other oracle card here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. Guys, we have for Cancer. All right, Cancer. Oh, look at all this. So we went from having all this new moon energy to having all this full moon energy. So you have the full moon and Scorpio card here, Cancer. And this is a card of breathe through the tension. And so I feel like, Cancer, if you don't have, at the end of the day, and I like this, if you don't have time for anything else, Cancer, you have time to breathe because you're doing it all the time. But now I feel like the difference is now with the Scorpio, when you find yourself under tension, under crisis, that's a moment to pause. Like, okay. Because sometimes even just taking those mindful moments is just a nice reset, because your mind can be just so going. Feelings are just rushing. And it's just like, okay, like I need to get 4 Pentacles, ground yourself, so... Yeah, I feel like, in those times of tension there, Cancer, just take that time, breathe for a minute, gather yourself, like that, getting more mindful with your breaths every day there, Cancer, that can be a great one to even get into there. That's something I've been kind of on and off with for a little bit, but it does help there, Cancer, but I think I'm going to leave that there, so you stay safe out there. Take some time, recover, rejuvenate, heal yourself, cleanse your energies, and encourage others to do the same there, Cancer. Keep eyes on the moon. Maybe do some moon gazing. That's I always find that really relaxing, Cancer. Still looking for the moon. It's fine. And I will get you on the next one tomorrow.